Hey there, boys and girls. It's your old podcast pal, Ralph here. Why don't you check out The Ralph Report? That's my daily show. Monday through Friday, you can get an earful of me, and we have a pretty good time. Plus, if you're a Hollywood Babble-On fan and you subscribe at the 3 or 4 star general levels, you can get the entire back catalog of Hollywood Babble-On, the past decade of Babble-Ons for you to listen to at your leisure. Plus, the 4-star tier, they get to watch us record the show live once a week. Plus, there's live stream events, all kinds of goodies. Why don't you go check it out? Go over there at Patreon. Go to patreon.com/The Ralph Report. That's patreon.com/The Ralph Report. Or check us out at theralphreport.com.
It's time to babble the fuck on. It's Hollywood Babble-On with your hosts, Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman.
Hello? We need his. Just take that down. That music and there we go.
Drop the music hard. It is Saturday night in Burbank, kids. So let's babble the fuck on. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Ralph Garman.
Hey!
Hi. You guys are nice.
Yes, thank you for fucking being here, man. What?
We're getting a message from the beyond.
Yeah. There's a phantom show under our show.
Sorry, go ahead, continue.
I literally just flew in from Portland, and boy, are my wings tired. I just landed in Burbank 15, 20 minutes ago or something like that. To be here with y'all, because y'all fucking came out to see us.
Yes,
so,
thank you.
Thank you for that. And it is a bitch selling tickets, man. I've been away for about a month doing a thing that I'll talk about in a second, but I've got some shows coming up. Like this weekend was a show with you. Next week I go to Atlanta and do a show by myself. I think I go to Knoxville, and then I also go to Durham. So none of those shows are fucking sold out.
No, people are staying home.
Yeah, and a big bad fucking...
We're going someplace else. It's summertime. So
you know who? You, me, and fucking J-Lo having the same problem.
Yeah.
Like, for the first time, I'm like, I feel you. It's tough to get people to come out. So I've been thinking about it a lot, and I'm like, and like, can I be candid and shit?
Please.
So at one point, I was like, early on, what was it, like last week? We were at like 50 tickets sold.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe we should like cancel the show. And Ralph is a total pro, and he's like, you can't do shit like that, and fucking, it's not right to do to flappers. And I was like, fuck flappers. And he was like,
dude, they can hear you.
He was just like, man, we got to do them right and stuff like that. So I was like, all right. And so we got to like a fucking good number. There's a good amount of people here.
There are. Look at everybody.
Especially for like, this is something that now I'm starting to put 2 and 2 together, man. We are coming probably into the close of one of my favorite eras of my life, which has been
The white jacket era?
yes. The Miami Nice era.
You're moving on to another style?
Well, as soon as I roll these sleeves up, I'm bringing the 80s
Does that make me Tubbs?
Yeah, no, I was Tubbs and shit. And then I became Crockett. Holy shit. I've had a Miami Vice life. You are. I've been both leads and
Waka,
shit.
waka, 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 waka. Boom, 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 boom.
Maybe it could be that, like, I don't know if the dollar's dwindling or people are doing less, or maybe it's just we do the same thing. We've been doing the same thing, 15 years?
15 years, yeah.
But maybe, that's awesome, but maybe there are a bunch of people who are like, seen it, been there.
Enough already. Liam Neeson's cock is big. We get it.
Yes, like there must be by process. And also, both of us are fucking getting older and shit. I'm not saying long in the tooth, but we've been around for a red hot minute. Anybody who's ever wanted to see Kevin and Ralph has probably done it already.
I know I'm bored with us.
But that's the thing, I'm not bored with this. So the other day when I was like, we should cancel the show, Ralph pulled a power bottom move. He clenched, and I was like, whoa, you are in charge. He pulled this power bottom move where he was just like, well, then maybe this will be the last, Babble show. Which is something, and it wasn't like a bitch move where he was like, oh, fuck you. But it's something we have discussed over the course of the last year is
everything has its lifespan.
Well, that's what. Let's make this clear. This is Ralph's philosophy that everything has. Its
you start off at a little 50-seat theater, and then it grows and grows and grows, and you're playing to 5,000 people in London, and then it goes on the other side, and then you have a hard time selling out Burbank.
Yes. Fair enough. Fair enough. But who do we do the show for? Not for the people that don't come, but the people that come hard.
That's true. The hardcores.
So it's something that I guess it bears scrutiny. I know my gut instinct is because I was like, how long have we been doing it? He's like 15 years. I was like, maybe we got to get to 20. He goes, what? We'll be doing fucking flappers with 3 people in the audience and shit. And I was like, man, I said it before. Fuck flappers.
Come on. We're running out of clubs.
Well, this is, I thought about it as I was flying, man, the 2 hours from fucking Portland. Because I was like, what do I call this period of my life? And, the first instinct was to call it the K-Rock era. But then I realized that's yours. But that's what brought us together is the K-Rock era. That's how we met.
That's true.
That was a magical time in my life when I first moved to Los Angeles and I was living in the area all the time. So I could go to Kevin and Bean and shit. And that's where me and Ralph would hang out in the parking lot and smoke cigarettes and whatnot. And the future was fucking built.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe it's the K-Rock era, but let's be honest, it was the podcast era of my life. Which not only just let me say everything I've ever wanted to say, but put me on stages all over the fucking place and let me shine a light on people that I'm like, look, this talented motherfucker and stuff like that. But we have been in the podcast game for a red hot minute. While this show's 15 years old, I go back as far as 2007.
Right.
So now everybody has a podcast. My mother.
Some of us
one.
have 2.
Yeah. There they are.
Thank you so much.
Thank God. And that's always been the secret of the show while we're being candid. Can I get alcohol, please?
Wow. This is going to be a very special night.
Yeah.
Kevin is just going to unburden his soul this evening.
Something fruity, please. Nothing fucking really boozy, but more, tell them what I like. Order my drink for me, hon. I'm going to go fix my powder, my nose.
You want a Mai Tai? Would you like a Mai Tai?
Whatever tastes more like Hawaiian Punch than booze.
Yeah, a Mai Tai's good. You like pineapple juice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, just give me a pineapple juice. I'm sure.
And spike it with some LSD.
I know me, and I have this sense of object permanence where I'm like, oh, it doesn't have to. Once it begins, why would it ever end and stuff? And I've always historically had a very hard time letting go of things when they have run their course. Case in point, in October, we're going to make another Jay and Silent Bob movie and stuff.
You do not give up easily.
I find a good idea, I fucking stick with it and bury it in the ground and shit. So it starts a good idea, and then people are like, oh my God, you earnested this shit. But then what happened when Jim Varney passed? Everyone was like, that earnest shit was brilliant. So I can't wait till I fucking die. Everyone's going to be like, Jay and Silent Bob, man, modern day Shakespeare. In any event, so maybe Ralph's right, and maybe it's 15 years. Maybe Ralph has presented the idea, and it's tantalizing, but what would be fun and wonderful about it, bittersweetly, would be the horrible thing about it too. Ralph was like, what if we did a Babble-Off tour? Where it's
a farewell tour.
A farewell tour, where we went to all the places.
You're not the boss of me. Well, actually, you are.
Yes, you are. Yes. You actually control this motherfucker's destiny. And, it is it would sell incredibly well because people are like, oh my God, the last time we'll ever get to see him do it.
Make us interesting again. by threatening them. We're leaving. It would be like Kiss. It would be like Kiss. We could do like 12 goodbye tours.
I know. We could do. It's so funny that you think of that as Kiss. I'm like, isn't that a Cher? Shows you where my head is.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I'm always like, well, all we need is one fucking if I got a TV show, that would fucking turn things around. Because suddenly people are like, hey, fucking, I see you on the other thing, and then you use that one thing.
Why do you get the TV show? Why can't I get a TV show?
You can get it too. What? Fucking, well, go ahead. I'm waiting, bitch.
All right.
Keep casting you and taking your lines away, hoping it'll inspire you and shit. But I don't know. I'm not ready to let it go. It still represents like a fun time in my life, and lately the show's been very therapeutic
And fun. I love doing the show.
It's
I just
true.
don't want to
The less
overstay.
people who show up, the more we're like, fuck it, let's be good.
I just don't want to overstay our welcome. Where like you
Why
people
not?
say,
Oh my God,
where
here
people are
on
like,
this
oh,
fucking-
are they still doing that thing? I never.
We're here. Oh,
I don't want to be playing the county fair circuit. Like,
I dream of playing the county fair circuit.
I don't want to be Toto. You know, who's having a hard time filling the Orange County Fair for people to hear Africa one more time.
It's not Toto, it's J-Lo. That's who.
Oh, sorry.
I've read many articles about like her tour got canceled, the Black Keys tour got canceled, and everyone's like, wait, what? Because that might sell out Burbank. Hollywood Babble-On with Ben Affleck.
With our new cast member, Ben Affleck.
And he's going to be candid.
I wasn't even going to talk about those two tonight. I don't want to get you in trouble.
I don't know anything.
All
Everyone
right.
keeps asking me, too. They're like, hey, man, what's the
I'm
real
sure.
story? I'm like, he would never entrust the real story
That's
to his
true.
most chatty friend.
That's true. You've got in trouble enough telling stories out of school with him.
Totally.
Yeah.
So, yes. So, coming in from Portland. Why was I in Portland? And why did I bring my bag on stage? That bag is no longer just my bag. It is the football. It's the bag that holds the laptop, which holds the movie that I've been editing for the last month. Yes. Interestingly enough, not my own movie. First time I've ever edited somebody else's movie. My friend, and here's where I get name droppy, Bobby, who's AKA Logic, the rapper. He wanted to make a movie. His whole life he's wanted to make a movie, and it led him into hip hop. Like he got to hip hop by way of movies, and so he's in the 4:30 movie with me and Ralph, the movie I got coming out this summer that we made last summer. And thank you. And trailer will be dropping any minute now. And so he came over to watch like the 4:30 movie the day we shot with him. We did one day out in Los Angeles where we shot scenes for a fake movie that they go see in our movie. So he's the star of that fake movie. It's a very Flash Gordon-esque type movie. And so while he was around, he came over to the house and I showed him the rest of the flick. And then we just got to talking about film and whatnot. And he was like, oh, I wrote a script and I always wanted to make a movie. And I was like, oh, well, why didn't you? And he's like, it was in development hell, and then it just went nowhere. I was like, oh, it was expensive? And he goes, I don't know. I was like, what is it? And he's like, it's set at a record store. He's like, it's kind of like Clerks, all in one place. I was like, why does that cost $5 million fucking bucks? I was
Right.
like, you're talking to the guy who made that movie for like 15 cents.
Sell your comic books.
So, I'm a very encouraging motherfucker. I believe in art for all. If you want it. If you're like, fuck art, I'm like, all right, fuck you. But like,
There we go.
thank you. Many thanks. Look at that. That's fruity as it gets, man. It looks like a good fucking time. It's also kind of phallic. I talk to people all the time where I'm like, you should do a thing. You should fucking make a thing. If you sit there in the movie theater and you watch fucking all the way through the credits and you're not waiting for Thor to fucking show up, you're a filmmaker. You just haven't made a fucking film yet. That's always been my philosophy and whatnot. So I tell people all the time, like, you could do this, man. You should do this. You should fucking do it. I fucking met the one individual who's like, all right, and fucking decided to do it, man, and financed his own fucking movie. So I've been in Portland with him making his movie. Like early on, I was like, look, if you need, I'll hang around as guardrails, right? Like, I've been through it a bunch and shit. So like, this is your first film, and he's starring in it, and he's written it. So it's like, that's juggling a lot of fucking balls. I was like, yeah, I could be backup set of eyes and whatnot. Plus, I could edit the movie. And so he was like, all right, fucking let's do it. So I didn't need to be the guardrails by any stretch of the imagination. By fucking the end of day one, it was clear he was like a born filmmaker, just natural fucking ability. Instantly better than me, takes his time, like making shots. Like, you've worked with me. I'm the guy that's like, let's do this quick so we can get everybody off the clock. And not because I'm trying to save money, but more because I'm embarrassed that anyone has to fucking, go out in the world and be like, my job is to put lights on Jay and Silent Bob.
No, it's not the case.
So I tried to let him go home as early as possible. He did this wonderful thing where he loves movies so much, he wanted to make a movie. It wasn't enough to just fucking have people saying dialogue and shit like that. He wanted to be cinematic. And the whole fucking thing is insanely cinematic, man. Like, he woke up one morning and he was like, isn't there a way where you could do a shot where like it turns upside down? And our DP, Kevin Fletcher, was like, yeah, man, it's called the Trinity. You put it on a fucking steady cam and somebody else operates the head independently, kind of like a crane. And he's like, can we get that? We were like, let's ask the financier. And so we got it. And they did 8 takes, took maybe 3 hours. Simple down a hallway shot. It's in slow-mo, and you find him in the room throwing a ball up and down. It's fucking spellbinding. It's mesmerizing little fucking shot. And that was with nothing under it. And then he said, here, throw this song under it. And it becomes fucking cinema. And the lesson that I'll take walking away is like, it's worth you're not inconveniencing people that are there to fucking work anyway for 12 hours and shit. So instead of being like, let's get out of here in 10 hours, it's like, maybe you take the extra 2 to make a fucking cool looking shot. Doesn't have to make the story move forward, propel the story. Sometimes it's just fucking
visually interesting.
Oh my God. And he did it so many times in the movie. I was like, that fucking looks great and shit. Like, I wish I'd gone to your film school. And so it's been such a great experience. Like, I've edited like all my stuff, with the exception of Mallrats. They wouldn't let us cut that. So I think of myself more as an editor than a director, and most critics agree. They're like, we don't think of you as a director either. But I got to I always felt like, I'm just an editor of my own shit, and I only shoot the pieces I need. So fucking it must be very easy because I shoot 3 pieces, like putting together a child's puzzle. But I got to cut for somebody else who was way more interested in fucking running the camera, because it's his first film and everything was dazzling. And he was like a child locked in a candy store, who locked himself in a candy store, just full of joy. And it was like so infectious. He would see a shot and be like, I knew it would work and shit like that. And so being around that, man, is just like infectious as fuck. And it not only will I take to the next film, it'll be worth the time just to do some cool shit. But it's not an inconvenience when people love you as much as they do on my sets. This is not bragging, but I'm very beloved. I treat everybody fucking, whether you're top or bottom, like fucking gold. I know your names and fucking I'm very interactive. I talk to you. I tell you give me all your good ideas because I'll get credit. And so
you're a cheerleader on every set we've ever worked with.
Huge.
That's what you do.
I was someplace where fucking I saw my mirror. He uninstructed is one of the most generous, gracious fucking individuals I've ever met on a movie set. And this is the director. Generally, we know that directors are only fucking thinking about themselves and their vision and shit like that. This is a motherfucker who appreciates everybody who helped him make his first movie.
Well, it's his first movie. That'll change.
No.
Once this one's a hit, it'll all be different.
Don't you know who I am? Oh, no, he's the real deal. I don't think so. He had a whole ass career. Still does. That's the thing. It's I was like, fuck, if Clerks don't work, I'm going to be fucking stuck in this convenience store. He's like, fuck, if my movie don't work, well, I'll be a fucking world famous rapper for a while longer, So he can
not quite.
He's got a safe place to go to, but he's now found his place. He was born to do it, and it was absolutely spellbinding watching that for the last 4 weeks. And we did it in a town called St. Helens, which is about 40 minutes outside of Portland. Man, you're just surrounded by fucking trees and nature. I saw a lot of deer and shit like that. Somebody was like, "There's a black bear over there." That's when I fucking left.
Because you're racist?
No. I was like, a black bear in Oregon? I mean, am I right, people?
If it had been a polar bear, you would have stuck around.
It's so funny. The movie is full of that. It's a movie that it's wonderfully diverse, to say the fucking least, man. And he did the thing that like it just makes my heart so happy. He cast Friends. He had a second lead.
I'm all in favor of that.
Fucking heck. He had a second lead in the movie, which honestly you could have cast any fucking comic in this world. Would have been like done and done. It's the fucking Randall part. It's like a star maker, and he chose to make a star. And he wrote it for a friend. He explained it to me in shorthand when he fucking was talking about the movie with me that day. We watched 4:30 movie, and I got him psyched up, and suddenly he was like, I'm gonna do this and shit. But he said the guy who's gonna play the second lead is my friend. And he goes, before I said a word, he goes, he's like my Jay. And instantly I understood. I was like, oh, you found a treasure that nobody fucking knows about, and you're about to expose it to the world and live off that glow. Game recognizes game, my friend. And he did that a couple times in the movie. He cast friends who are just fucking dynamic, fantastic actors. And I've spent a majority of the time, like in the beginning I was on set, and then I was like, he don't need me. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he had such an amazing crew that was always going to take care of him, never let him fucking fail and shit. But it's in his blood. He knows how to do it. So I spent the rest of the time cutting. Like I cut on set. I'm in one of the shots in the movie at one point. He was like, you have to leave the first 5 frames into the shot. I was like, why? He's like, because you're sitting in the corner and you can see you. He's like, the laptop's open and you're cutting while we're shooting the scene. He goes, it's so fucking meta and shit. So I've been editing. I've been deep in the movie. And while they make the movie like literally across the street, because it's like you're in a 1-block radius in this town, the whole thing took place in like this 1 block. It was great. We never had to move the production or anything. So I could go edit and then bring him a scene to watch, and the crew could watch and stuff like that. But it was like, I spent a lot of time at night by myself editing. I like to edit like late at night till wee hours in the morning and shit. And there were so many fucking nights where I was literally like crying by myself in a room. Like, and not because like my career's over. Because I was like, this is legit funny shit. Like the shit, not just like, that's witty, you know, and I could recognize that's funny and others will find it funny, but like, you know, I'm funny too, so fucking funny finds funny. But this is beyond my funny where I'm like, and I can't breathe, and I shot it on my phone so I could fucking watch it by myself and shit. It's really, really fucking funny. And being there while somebody, you know, comes into their own artistically again. I wasn't there for the first time and shit, but I was there for the second time, and he's exactly where he needs to be at life. He said the sweetest thing, like fucking after he saw the first like cut scenes I put together like 3 days into the movie. He was like, oh my God. He's going, I'm this is my whole life from now on. He's going, I know the next 5 movies I want to make. Wow, that's awesome. You know, that's rare breathing to know what your future looks like. You know, some people, like, I hope for this. He's got a plan, and now he knows what he wants to do. So
he's going to have to rap to support his movie habit now. That's what he's going to do.
No doubt. The two are going to complement each other nicely. You'll see. And he's got a great cast because he knows so many fucking famous people and whatnot. And they came in to support. Some of them came in to shoot like one fucking scene and like get out and stuff. But like they made the trip. And you know, Portland it's not far away, but it is a 2-hour trip from here and stuff. But there's a shocking amount of people that live there that he was able to pull in. The whole thing was just absolutely wonderful. So I got off I just left. They're wrapping tonight. And, you know, naturally, as the exec producer and editor, I wanted to be there when they wrapped at like 2 a.m. But this life means so much to me. Like this era of my life that I don't want to end, and I don't want to babble off.
Oh,
is worth.
How can I quit now? Asshole.
First you call me a racist, then you call me an asshole.
What a lovable one.
Yeah. So
I guess we got 5 more years to go with this shit.
Yeah. 5 more years. 5 more years. 5 more years. 5 more years. 6 seasons and a movie.
That's a weird, culty thing to hear from a group of people. I feel like I'm in court and they're about to sentence me. 5 more years.
Make Babble-On great again.
I missed that. What did he say?
Make Babble-On great again.
The whole podcast game is rigged, okay? Everybody has a podcast. Some people not so good. That's all I'm saying. Some podcasts better than others.
That's the thing. Why would you want to end the podcast? It's probably going to end in November anyway.
That's true, yeah. I'll be in a gulag by then.
Yeah. You better stop doing that voice.
Speaking of podcasts, I saw you on Michael Rosenbaum's Inside of You podcast. Yeah, that was
Great
a
name for
lovely
a podcast.
conversation.
Oh,
you guys had.
yeah, we did it a couple months back, man. It was good. He's such a good guy. But I talk about it on the fucking podcast if you listen to it or if you watch it. He lives in a fucking palatial estate.
I heard
man.
you say, yeah.
Oh my God, that fucking before it was CW, what was it?
WB?
Oh, that fucking those letter people.
Little Smallville cash?
Yeah, Smallville money. Fuck, man, it pays. He lives in a nicer house than mine. I was like, I wish I was Lex Luthor. Why did I settle for Silent Bob, man?
Could have been Lex.
Could have reached out because it couldn't memorize lines.
Yeah. You wouldn't shave your head either.
Yeah, nature took care of that. Fucking bad genes as well. My grandfather had amazing fucking like a lion's mane of hair, died with it and shit, to the point where I was like, give me that. My old man had a hair than me too. I mean, obviously I live in the hat and not as a fashion statement and shit like that.
They say you get it from your mom's side. That's what they say. The hair,
my
the hair
mom's not
gene.
bald, you
Not
prick.
the men from your mother's side.
Oh my God, I want to call her right now, wake her up and fucking 2 a.m. in Florida, be like, remember Ralph? Yes, Tiger.
He says you're bald.
Called you a bald bitch. What do you got to say to him? Oh, Tiger. This shit's fucking good.
Right? I think we found your signature cocktail.
Also, I haven't eaten today, so it's gonna.
Oh, that'll. About a half an hour from now. Look out. Hey, speaking of stuff,
What's
and
with-
the reason we got people here.
Yes. What's with the shirt?
Because sales were not strong early on, I started to bribe people, and I said, I'll give you a free T-shirt if you come to the show.
Does that work?
On the
'Cause
way,
I got a bunch of free T-shirts to give away. Holy shit! Seriously?
yeah, it works. People
Next
like
show
bribes.
we do, how about fucking? We'll put like each ticket comes with a free T-shirt.
That's what I did this show.
Well, that
Don't
worked
act
pretty
like you
good.
got an idea.
Wait, but you got 3 fucking shirts.
No, we got boxes of them for people as they leave.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I thought like we had a brief conversation about it. I thought you were like, I brought 3 shirts.
No, we only had 3 mediums, so I thought I'd get rid of those on stage.
What are the other sizes?
Large. XL, 2XL, 3XL.
Why are you giving them away?
Because I looked at them, I was going through the garage trying to make some room, and I was like, holy fuck, I got a lot of Hollywood Babble-On t-shirts. And then I looked at them, and I was like, we can't really sell these anymore because look at Kevin on the shirt. He's like chubby Kevin. It's not
Fucking, you hold on to it 5 more minutes. I'll be back.
No, that's not an accurate representation.
I've been enjoying this fucking Beyond Burger on a pretzel bun lately, and that pretzel bun is like, yes, come back. Bread. Normally I don't fuck with bread so much, but boy, I've been fucking with bread
So,
hard. Bread's fucked me back.
I was going through the boxes, and I was like, Jesus, we got a lot of big shirts. And then I found 3 little mediums. And I said, oh, I'll give those away on stage if there's
believe
anybody who fits into mediums. This is a trick I learned in my old radio days.
What? The K-Rock era?
The K-Rock era, yeah.
What do you do? For those listening at home, Ralph has whipped the shirt in circular motion, then tied it, and he threw it at a woman.
Strike.
It struck the woman,
Yes,
but
I
she
did.
seems pleased about it. That's awesome. I feel like fucking the track for the blind or something like that.
You're like the Vin Scully of t-shirts.
Oh, that's a sports
Yeah, he used to do play-by-play for the LA Dodgers. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. I had a story. Can I tell you a brief story?
Yeah, I'll throw out more mediums while you talk.
Do it up. Well, I'm not going to compete with the shirt. Look at that magic, man. That's fucking practical, man. That's how you can pack your clothes, too. I'm going to start packing like that. Just whipping it. Ralph has now, for those listening at home, Ralph has done this 2 more times.
Yeah, there we go. That's all the mediums. Everybody else is going to be sleeping in theirs tonight. All right, story time. Did you forget already?
I really did.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's on me.
Wasn't that
That's on
important,
me.
I guess.
That's on me.
Moment was there. It's the Mai Tai. Somebody gave us, who's Auntie Apple?
I think that's the name of the bakery. I don't think that's the person.
Who brought these cookies? What's the story? Number 1, thank you. Number 2, what's the story, Morning Glory?
They're really good.
I didn't ask your fucking opinion. I asked. For those who can't see, I don't. If I tilt it, it made it fall. But there is a Ralph cookie, a Ralph Report cookie, a Flappers cookie.
Yeah, look at that.
But you know what I say? Flappers.
Never coming back.
That Kevin Smith Club cookie and fucking Blunt Man Chronic cookies. Are they vegan?
Animals.
No. And there you go. But I'll take them. Here's a fucking secret of the
That was
show.
fucking quick.
Here,
I almost had a cookie.
what'll happen is like Ralph won't eat them. I'll just fucking put them up. I'll put them up in the office and shit. Like I love to see shit like this. I think this is insanely thought at my office at home. So I'll just put them up on the shelves and whatnot. And I got 2 German shepherds who'll sniff them out and be like,
Great.
yeah. Actually, I'll bring
The rats and the roaches will be happy.
the ones that have my face on them. I will bring to my mom.
Aww.
And she'll be like, "Oh, Tiger, I get to eat you." Num 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 num.
I don't
Hey,
need
it's my mother.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
The Ralph cookies I'll also give to my mom, and she's like, "Oh," and she puts them in her fucking
Oh, stop.
cupboard.
Covered. Is that what she calls it? Hey, speaking of shirts.
I think this show is in its the day the laughter died era. It's refreshingly honest.
And then people will never hear it, and then they'll have to discover it years later. Is that what you're saying?
What was that? What was that?
Is that talking about the Jerry Lewis movie? The
No,
Day
I'm
the
talking about the Andrew Dice Clay fucking record. Remember he made that fucking record where he was on stage and people were like, "Fuck you," and he was like, "Oh, over there, oh, hickory dickory, fuck, it's over." Maybe that's where we are.
Wasn't that the
all
name of
right.
the Jerry Lewis movie that never saw the light of day?
Clown that cried or
The
something.
clown that cried. Wasn't the day the laughter died?
Was it? No, I don't think it was
Maybe
the
not.
day that left it. I thought it was the clown who cried.
Maybe that was it.
Somebody Google it.
We'll wait.
That's what this show's become. We're less interested in entertaining and more interested in finding shit out.
We have a spot. Can I do the spot?
We have a sponsor?
Yes.
Oh, shit, man. Things are looking up.
Right?
I'll have another Mai Tai.
Speaking of shirts, we want to thank our friends at Chubbies. Chubbies.
They make good shit.
They
man.
do make good
They
shit.
do.
I have some Chubbies now. They said go on the... I have a Chubby right now.
When you're Ralph's age, you're so proud of your chubbies, you tell people, you're like, I have a lot of chubbies now.
I'm a proud Chubby owner. I got one of their Friday shirts, which is like the button-up sort of Aloha style shirt.
Yes.
And I got some khaki shorts, and I got a swimsuit. And I'm not a guy who feels comfortable buying things online when it comes to clothes.
You're also not a guy who ever wears anything but that leather fucking jacket.
I swim in this. I put this and the swimsuit.
I've been there and shit. You do
I'm
more
like
than swim in
Fonzie
it.
jumping over the shark. Just a leather jacket and the swimsuit. But this stuff came and it fits perfectly and it's super comfortable. So I was happy that they're our sponsor. Chubbies.
Can I ask you a quick question in the
Yes.
midst of this ad?
Yes.
Do you fuck in that jacket?
You'll find out later.
Fair enough. 2 more Mai Tais, quick. And a jar of lubricant.
Chubbiesshorts.com is the website. You can go there and get their super stretchy shorts. That's what I like. The Friday shirts.
They
got
are comfy as
swim
fuck, man.
trunks. Good stuff. They are giving our listeners a 20% off your order with the exclusive code Babble at chubbyshorts.com.
And we tell them we got a lot of listeners, so please go buy some shit.
Don't make us liars.
Yeah.
And the swimsuits have the boxer brief liner on the inside to keep my voluminous balls in place.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that.
It's important to a man of a certain age, plus a man with a certain set of balls.
Yeah, sometimes when I go swimming, it looks like there's a buoy next to me.
Can't dive because my balls keep me floating.
You're like, why is that guy hanging on to the buoy? Like, that's no buoy. Swim trunks, shirts, polos. They've got these gray khaki shorts, as I mentioned.
You could find Ralph if he fell off a cruise ship.
Oh, easily.
Because even though he'd be under the water, the balls would not be.
Yeah. And I also have one of those blinking light things on them, too, just in case it's at night, so the Coast Guard can spot me as I bob up and down in the ocean.
I thought those lights were there for planes to stay away.
Chubbies, go to chubbiesshorts.com. 20% off if you use our code Babble when you check out. So go there and
give it up for the good folks at Chubbies.
Thank you,
gave
Chubbies.
us money. Fucking Chubbies believes in our show.
They do.
Be Chubbies.
For one. After they hear this, they'll be like,
Yeah. They're like, we tried them, and they're just too existential and
Joe
sad.
Rogan still has a podcast, right? That's what they'll be saying at Chubby's headquarters.
There's a guy who figured out podcasting. Me and Ralph are still figuring it out.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Let's kick things off the way we usually do by talking to folks here in the audience who've come particularly long distances or celebrating special occasions with us tonight. It's a segment we call the shoutouts. Joe?
It's a shout out with Kevin and Ralph, so get your cock out. Yeah. Get your cock out.
I didn't have enough fucking play, man.
Well, I'm sorry.
I was hampered and shit.
Jeez.
And that was my first time. I'll be better at it next time, I promise.
That's what they all say. Angelina Weber writes in. Where's Angelina Weber? Where is she sitting? Woo!
Hi.
Angelina writes in. Longtime listener, I have a favor to ask you. My friends Eric and Heather are here visiting from Phoenix.
Hi.
Where's Eric and Heather? Hi, guys. Eric wanted to come here tonight
Phoenix, Arizona?
No, Phoenix University. Doing their grad work in comedy clubs. Eric wanted to come here tonight for his birthday. He's turning 47, and after years of high-level competing in the great sport of soccer, almost reaching the pro leagues, he has doubled down on the dangerous world of recruiting for Chase Bank. Ooh, you could pull a hammy doing that, sir. He doesn't know I'm writing in, but nothing would make his birthday better than if he could come up on stage, meet you guys, and grab a picture. Thank you for years of entertainment and laughs. Yeah, we can do that.
Get on up
Eric,
here, birthday boy.
come on up, Eric. Eric, get your ass up here.
You got a camera?
Happy birthday, Eric.
Welcome.
47, oh my God.
47
If I ever get to 47, I don't know what I'll do. Nice to meet you, sir.
Come on in here.
Yeah,
Get
crouch
between
down,
us.
get between us. Take the picture.
right?
Take the picture. Oh, okay, you
It's
got
natural.
the picture. Happy birthday, Eric. Thanks for coming. Although, honestly, he came from Phoenix. He just wanted to not be someplace where it was 150 degrees.
Should we have offered him a cookie?
I don't know. You're very weird with the cookies. You take them back, you give them, you take them back. I don't know what the rules are with the cookies anymore. They're going on a wall, they're going on a shelf. I don't fucking know about the cookies. I was nervous. I didn't want to even bring it up.
It's true. I might have offered him, but like, well, wait a second. I don't know you that well.
Right. You've got a place picked out at home already where you're going to frame the cookies.
I know exactly where they'll go. I will, like, no bullshit. I will send a screenshot or a photo, if you will.
Kids today with their lingo,
Good
right?
Lord.
It's hard to keep up.
I will send a photo to my mom, and my mom will be dazzled by this. My mom is 78, so me on a cookie is like, Tiger, you've made it. And since she's 78, I'll spin a web of lies about me. We're the new Keebler elves and shit like that.
Yeah.
You like this cookie? Wait until the next one, Ma. Why did we get these, though? Just because?
Because they're nice. Because I got weed? Is that what you said?
They're weed cookies?
Our cousin makes them. She's anti-apple. And promoted
this on the Ralph Report.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Oh, I remember that. On my other podcast, Kevin. The Ralph Report. From time to time, if people have small businesses, if they're small mom and pop operations like the Ralph Report is, I help them out by promoting their businesses. We talk about it on the show. And Annie Apple was one of the companies that we talked about to promote on the show.
Nice. Sounds like a fucking like swinger move.
It's not a swinger move at all, no. It's just trying to be nice.
Let me promote your small business, mom and pop. Swap.
Steve Simonian. Steve Simonian, are you? Hi, Steve. How are you?
Are you shitting me? That's like a fucking superhero name. Steve Simonian?
Steve Simonian in real life. Flapper boy. Coming to Babble on Saturday with my beautiful date, Linda. Where's Linda?
Oh, you're
hi,
not
Linda.
lying. Shit.
Linda, buckle up. I don't know if you know this, it's coming in the email, Linda, but I read it. Today marks 3 weeks we've been dating. She slid into my DMs on Instagram, and here we are. We have gone on several dates, have even flown to Vegas for an overnighter.
Oh, that means they probably had sex.
You have no idea. I have tasted her amazing chocolate starfish.
No bullshit.
After
I felt blood go to my dick. That was hot.
After a drunken fun night after partying on Fremont Street, can Sexy Kev let her know that after 3 weeks, I think she's the one, and I can't wait to have my love slug get dirty while playing in the dirt.
Yeah, I can fucking do.
Thank you, Steve Simonian. Which may or may not happen after this email, I was thinking. So. Can we get a little Sexy Kevin music, Joe? Can we do that?
Oh, Linda. Fucking just, let's talk about that chocolate starfish. 3 fucking dates? 3 weeks, rather? That's fucking fat. You know she's a keeper when anal's on the fucking menu in the first 3 weeks.
It's Vegas.
Fremont indeed, man. And I'm sure you saved it just for Steve Simonian. Keep up the dirty work, my friend. And then flip him over and fuck his chocolate starfish.
There you go. Thank you, Joe.
I'd offer you a cookie, but I feel like I should keep them all.
Yeah, you should. Is there a chocolate starfish cookie?
Yes. Get anti-apple on that.
Yeah, right.
That would fucking sell. You know how like Voodoo Donuts has, because I was just in Portland, has like that fucking donut that's like the voodoo, like it's got
Voodoo
a
doll.
pretzel through the guy's fucking heart and
Right.
shit. Who wouldn't fucking buy a chocolate starfish from a bakery?
So
Like a dirty bakery must make those.
sphincter cookies? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. With the real, or at least gummies.
Sphincter gummies?
Yeah. Have the real feel to it and shit like that. I got
They should make
ideas.
gummy hemorrhoids on a sphincter cookie.
Now you're thinking.
Now I'm thinking, right? Yeah.
Get anti-apple on that shit.
Yes. Liam McMullen, are you here, Liam? Hey, Liam.
Hey, man.
Finally making it to a live show after 12 years of listening. We've been doing it for 15, Liam. Where you been?
He took the 3 years off. Controversial years.
Flew in from Boulder, Colorado, just for the show. Thank you so much.
Fucking hey, man.
I've never been to Burbank. I will have all of tomorrow to fill. Could the Germans please give me some suggestions on what to do in Burbank for just one day? Thanks for all the free funny for all these years, Liam McMullen.
Can do.
The Germans can give you tips on what to do in Burbank. I think they can handle that. Joe, play that theme.
There's Batman and Robin and Ralph, Nerf and Potsy. There's Rudiger and Klaus. They're Germans, not Nazis.
Yeah, that's right. We are not Nazis.
Yeah, we're not Nazis.
Come November, though,
Yeah.
full Nazi.
Then we're all Nazis.
Can't wait for him to get back into power.
It sure will be interesting. Let's deal with this off
Yeah,
the top.
Burbank.
Burbank is the Boulder of California. That's all you need to know.
No, Burbank has much to offer tourists. My favorite German restaurant is in Burbank. It's a very high-class place called Wiener Schnitzel. Yeah, you get... they have beef tubes there that you can eat.
Through a glory hole in the wall. You get the tube steak. It's verboten.
As for the chocolate starfish...
Yeah.
Linda knows. Ask her where to go. Auf Wiedersehen, Liam. Auf Wiedersehen.
My voice is scratchy. Dr. Josh Roush in Germany right now.
He is, that's right. Yeah.
He's touring with Mad Caddies. I think.
Doc's out of town because he has some rock and roll work to do. But tonight on the Sights and Sounds are Joe and Gabby. Give them a round of applause for support. They're having this is not an easy show to do. Josh knows it upside down because he's been with us for so long. But we're going to get
once
through
again, this ain't an easy show to do. We should cancel it. What the fuck?
And Gabriel Lopez. Gabriel, are you in the house? Hey, Gabriel.
man.
How are you? Gabe from
close.
Oxnard. I'll be attending the show with my buddy Rome. Rome, hey, you're not the one from Sublime, are you? Oh, okay. It'll be our second time making the quick trip here. Unfortunately, our friend Pablo could not attend because he's a teacher and was swamped with finishing report cards and such this weekend. But he will listen to the show when it becomes available. Pablo turns 50 in a few days.
Oh, it's June.
What? I'm sorry, what happened?
I was sitting there going why is he filling out fucking... Oh, it's June.
June.
It's the end of the year,
End of the
man.
school year, yeah.
This is the worst time to ask Pablo to come to a fucking show.
Yeah.
Especially, he's I've heard it before, man.
It's like tax season for an accountant.
Truly.
Yeah.
He's think of the children. What grade does he teach?
Third grade. They don't have fucking report cards. He's booger picking, eh?
Don't they just give him pictures?
Yeah,
alligators
really.
and shit like that?
Pablo's weak. Tell him next time, get his ass here.
Pablo's I fucking believe the children are our future.
They're in fucking third grade. They don't know shit. My
Do you
kid just
remember?
graduated from 8th grade, by the way, yesterday. She graduated from 8th grade. She's now a high schooler, rocketing into high school in the fall.
Are you shitting me?
I shit you not. Right?
Yeah, that staggered me.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we are. That's the
yeah.
other thing, man. Fucking 53. I should really just grow the fuck up. But it's real. But I've almost made it to the end without having to do it. Why would I want to do it now?
Look,
The chance to grow up was back then and shit. It was a trap.
It's too late.
My father grew up and he hated that shit.
Yeah. Everybody does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad move.
Stay a child as long as possible.
13 though, fuck. Having a kid is like having a clock. Just reminds you. Every time I look at my kid is now fucking looks me in the eye. She's fucking she's
a
about an inch
grown-ass
taller
woman.
than me. A grown ass fucking adult. She could be 25 and shit.
Yeah.
And when I look at her and talk to her and shit, I'm like, so you've been alive for 25 years. That means I'm 25 years older than the moment you fucking got here. And you once lived in my balls. All of this is a head scratcher, man. So she don't like to spend a lot of time with me.
I'm not surprised. But back to Pablo.
Yeah. AKA Pablo.
Weak ass Pablo couldn't
Yeah.
make the show.
Couldn't make the trip. Couldn't be bothered.
Third graders, they need report cards. Just
Yeah.
give them a fucking gold star and move on with your life, Pablo.
Just fucking check Satisfactory down that
Jesus
paper.
Christ.
And fucking bring
Who
your
fails
ass to
third
Burbank.
grade? Who gets marks?
Truly.
I'm
Motherfucker
sorry.
came all the way from Boulder, Colorado. You can't come up from Oxnard?
No shit. I'm sorry, you failed puzzles. You're going to have to repeat third grade. Never fucking happens, Pablo. Fuck.
Puzzles.
No way Pablo right now is working on fucking grades for third graders. Let me tell you that.
It's true.
Yeah. He lied to you guys. Your friend's a liar. But you still want to wish him a happy 50th birthday because you two are the good ones.
He's
Pablo's
50? Pablo's 50?
Pablo's a dick.
He's turning 50.
Turning 50 in a few days. Could David Bowie sing our good friend happy birthday and wish him the best? Well, it's a little late for that, I think. No, Bowie can do that. I won't do it, but Bowie could do it. Got a little music there, Joe?
Happy birthday to you, Pablo. Happy birthday to you, Pablo. You're teaching little third graders who don't need really report cards. Happy birthday to you, Pablo. We wish you a happy birthday.
Happy damn Jesus! All right. Jesus Christ.
15 years of that.
Yeah. 5 more to go.
5 more years. 5 more years.
One of us. One of us.
Years. 2 more Mai Tais.
We also get emails from all around the world. Joe?
Ain't no drag.
Garman's got an email bag.
Featuring Kevin's reaction.
That's right. This one comes from Katrina Smith in Alexandria, Louisiana.
My aunt.
What happened?
My aunt.
Your aunt's name is Katrina?
Yeah.
Huh.
Smith.
I wonder if this is from your aunt. Does she live in Alexandria, Louisiana?
I don't know. I lost track of her. It'd be amazing, though.
Close
She was
family.
like, are you my nephew? And that was the letter. I'm like, you couldn't have just emailed me that?
Katrina writes, is Kevin my nephew? No, Katrina writes, I saw this lovely sign at my local church, and I thought you guys would enjoy it. So she sent this in to us. Can we put that picture up? It's the Wilton United Methodist Church. They say forgiveness is swallowing when you want to spit.
I know they're Methodist, but there's no way they've never heard of a blowjob. So, look, I give high marks to somebody who's like, hey, man, sometimes in order to fucking reach the fucking angels, you got to deal with the devil.
It's something the sinners would respond
Yeah,
to,
exactly.
right? Get them into the pews.
Catches my attention. I'm like, you know what? I never thought about going Methodist, but I will now.
I'm not a big church guy, but I would stop into that one.
Totally. Be like, hey, where's all the cum eating at?
Where's the body of Christ? Oh, he's not here. Shut up. Ooh, Jesus is going to be pissed.
He's not here.
Yeah.
Every day when I drove into the set in St. Helens, Oregon, there was a billboard that said, suffering from lust, Christ is the answer. And all I could think was like, I read that billboard as if you're feeling lustful, jerk off to Jesus.
Jesus will get you off.
Oh, fuck. Think of him with those abs and the miracles he could do. If he could turn loaves and fishes and feed that many people, what could he do with your dick or your clit?
right.
A real magician in the bit. He fucking eats pussy, son. Like you read about. Fucking clit to asshole and back.
All right. Okay. Maybe no more Mai Tais for Mr. Smith.
2 more Mai Tais. 2 more Mai Tais. I'll let you in on the rest of my techniques.
Tyson in New Mexico sent this in. While doing some research on my favorite movie, Blade Runner, I ran across this memo from the studio regarding casting. I wonder what these actors would have sounded like as Deckard. Apparently, this actually is an actual memo regarding casting of Blade Runner. Can we put that picture up, Gabby? There we go. Casting for Blade Runner. This idea is for Deckard, Dustin Hoffman, Peter Falk, and Al Pacino.
Peter Falk. Columbo as Deckard.
Right? So
Would you
quickly,
believe?
I think it would sound like Yeah, definitely not a human. Yeah. Uh-oh, definitely a replicant. Yeah. Excuse me one second. Do you mind if I ask you a question? Are you actually a person? Or are you one of those... I'm sorry, what's the name for it? Replicant, that's it, yeah. Ooh-ah. Rachel, you're a hot robot. I'm gonna give you the Voight-Kampf test. Ooh-ah. And I'm still gonna fuck you. So that's probably what it would sound like if those guys fucking.
I didn't know that you had a Peter Falk.
Oh, everybody's got a Peter Falk.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, can I ask you a question?
You do the eye, too.
You gotta do the eye. That's how you know you're doing Peter Falk. One more question before I go.
Does that hurt?
Are those cookies for everybody? Are those kind of cookies you put on a wall? Because I know some people, they like wall cookies. I've heard people, they don't eat them. They just put them on the wall. And I was like, if I had a cookie, maybe it's me. I'd eat them.
You're not wrong. I will use a thumbtack to pin them to the wall.
Sure you will.
Does it hurt your eye to force it to do that?
It does not, no.
Then why don't you just do it all the time? Because it fucking hurts, bitch. Don't lie. You're suffering for your art, and that's fine, but don't hide.
I can't see when I do it, but
I was looking at you like,
hurt.
That was fucking scarier than the creepy clown.
We got a new segment, I think. Peter Falk scares Kevin. I'm sorry, you said you were in the movie business.
Somebody's going to slap you on the back, and your face is going to stay like that.
I was always wondering with you movie people, when you make those movies, do you know they're going to fail? Because I was wondering, it's a lot of money to make a movie.
Oh my God, I got butt falked. Two more Mai Tais. Two more Mai Tais.
Oh, Jesus. This comes from Tokyo Sex Whale. I love this guy. Different Tokyo Sex Whale with an H. He's a illustrator out of the UK, and he's brilliantly talented, and he's a pal. And he said, long time no speak. I'm only sending this because I went to the Vatican today, and we went to the gift shop expecting it to be pompous shite, and we saw this. Kevin, are you aware what's at the gift store at the Vatican?
Since there is an internet and I am on it from time to time, I'm very aware. Yeah,
there we go. Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah, fuck ice, right? Yeah.
A girly
Cheers.
drink for Ralph and a manly drink for myself. Thank you.
Are we doing this together? Is that the plan?
Yeah, hell yeah. Fucking right. Cheers.
Cheers. All right.
My tie is off.
Not sure if Kevin knows, but I had to reach out and tell him. This is what they offer literally at the gift shop at the Vatican. Can we have that picture? There you go.
Yeah. Look at that shit.
Buddy Christ is at the Vatican.
The Vatican is like, hey, he fucking stole from us. We steal from him.
Get your lawyers on that shit.
I know. Suing the church. What a great look.
Right? They have so much money, Kevin.
It's true. They're like fucking, okay, so the church is guilty of pederasty, but you sued them for breach of trademark?
Yeah.
I have the original. So they can have their little copies and shit, but the original exists in Jane's.
Sue them. They'll write you a check and then move you to another parish. It'll be great. Just to keep it quiet.
Move me to another parish. Yeah, I've seen that a few times. People are like, can't you do something about this? I was like, I don't own Jesus. I tried, but
yeah, guess not. And lastly, Jay Cobb.
Actually, Jesus, it must be public domain by now. I mean, if fucking
Couple
Steamboat
thousand
Willie
years.
is fucking public domain, how could Jesus not be public domain?
Yeah.
Anybody could do anything with Jesus they want in a story. You could be like Jesus, zombie killer and shit. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, Kevin's got a movie to make.
And he's conflicted because he's like, I can't kill zombies. I'm a zombie myself.
I know what it's like to come back from the dead.
Yeah. So there's depth to this movie.
I like it.
Yeah.
Conflicted
Fucking
Jesus.
writes itself and
Yeah.
shit. And the business is so healthy right now, I'm sure it'll get made like that.
Jesus movies are big business. You kidding me?
Oh my God.
Kevin Sorbo is Jesus, the zombie killer.
Oh my God.
They'll drive buses to the theater.
Are we so hungry for work that we'll go conservative?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Will we suck the holy dick?
Let's pretend that it's a conservative movie, and then when they get in the theaters, we suck the holy dick.
Oh,
That'll
give 'em
fuck
that
them
and
up.
shit?
Yeah.
That would really confuse him. If you love him so much, suck it. That's the argument nobody throws out ever.
Right? Oh, I love Jesus. Fuck him. You love him so much? No one ever says that. This might be the last Hollywood Babble-On ever, now that I think about it. We are out of fucks to give officially.
2 Mai Tais and they tank their careers.
Yep.
I don't know, dude. If Dogma didn't kill me, I don't think those comments
Yeah,
will.
probably not.
Dogma will send me to hell eventually, but
Yeah. As will tonight.
yeah. I'll see all of you good people there.
We'll be giving out hell t-shirts when we get there. Free t-shirt, everybody goes to hell. It's only got one sleeve, the other one's sewn up though, so you spend the rest of your life trying to get your arm out. Oh, it's so frustrating.
And the worst part is Ralph's name is misspelled.
That's my hell. Frank Garman on the t-shirt.
Ralph German. Hey, man, let me just jump in here for a sec to remind you, jayandsilentbob.com, ladies and gentlemen. You want to buy anything Clerks related, anything Jay and Silent Bob related, anything Kevin Smith related, go to jayandsilentbob.com. Now back to the show.
Jacob writes, June 8th is my 30th birthday. I wish I could be at the show, but sadly I'm in Kentucky. That is sad.
Yeah. Oh, today's June 8th. How convenient.
I think that's the point of the email.
Are you sure these cookies aren't vegan? Because I'm feeling
His
peckish.
30th birthday.
2 Mai Tais in, I'm feeling peckish.
Could Bruce Springsteen give me a birthday shout out and let me know what he and Clarence were up to when he was 30 years old? Jay Cobb. Yeah, sure. I'm sure the boss would be happy to talk to you, Jay. Little boss music.
Hey, Jay, I heard it was your birthday, man. Your 30th birthday. I remember when I turned 30. Clarence and I, we went out to a bar. We had a couple drinks. And we were walking home. It was a nice June night along the boardwalk. And that's when I saw this old lady who was pushing one of those carts full of groceries. And I said, hey, Clarence, you hungry? The big man was always hungry, so we ran up behind the old lady. I hit her with the lid of a trash can. Knocked her wig right off. So we reached into the cart, and I saw the only thing in there was cookies and X-Lax. So I thought it'd be funny to give the X-Lax to Clarence and eat the cookies. On the way home, we stopped by the Stone Pony to see some friends. Clarence started blowing on the saxophone. He shit himself. It's the best birthday I ever had. Happy birthday, Jay.
There we go. Happy birthday, Jay. What did Springsteen ever do to me to make me do that?
I don't know. Because I'm from New Jersey, I feel defensive, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I won't laugh at that, but that's legit fucking
Sure
funny.
you do.
The ongoing, endless fucking my hometown backing is.
If you've ever seen him in
fucking
concert,
brilliant.
there's some stories that go on to that intro for
That's fucking
quite some time.
fantastic.
We also ask people to send in photos of towns they visit. They have fucked up names. We call it Your Town Has a Fucked Up Name. John Bridges writes in, I pass through this place in British Columbia when I go to visit my family. Makes me chuckle every time. Can we see that sign, please? Yeah, grind rod. Oh, fuck, that sounds hot.
And it's unincorporated.
Right. Anything goes in grind
You're not
rod.
kidding, man.
Grind rod, right at the base of Brokeback Mountain.
Top from the bottom at grind rod.
That's right. We look at things every show for kids. These things are supposed to be for children, but when you really examine them, you find out that they're inappropriate toys. Joe?
Not appropriate for girls, not appropriate for boys. What the fuck is that? Inappropriate toys.
Seth Kano writes in, I was looking around on eBay for Batman collectibles. Oh, I've been there. My pants around my ankles. And I came across this...
Why? Because you're jerking off?
No, I just don't own a belt.
You jerk off with your pants around your ankles?
Yeah.
What if somebody walks in? You'll be like, oh! Does that happen to you all the time?
What if my pants are off? What happens when someone walks in?
And you run away. Just keep running until you find your dignity again.
I'd be like Forrest Gump. Anyway, Seth found this Robin toy online. Can we take a look at the Robin toy? Can we zoom in on Robin, by the way? Yeah.
What is it?
Remember the
look at it.
Remember the fig leaf Robin? Remember that
Yeah.
short-lived fig leaf Robin? Either that or he should get that looked at by a doctor. I'm not sure. Boy Wonder has gangrene of the penis.
He's got a green merkin.
Yeah, that is... He's got Joker pubic hair.
Holy tossed salad, Batman.
Corey Tadson writes in, this is a picture of a thing, but I couldn't win in a claw machine. Kids were trying to win it, but I don't know why. What the hell is this? I don't know, Corey. Let's take a look. It looks like a bird with two cocks coming out of its head.
It's a two-cock.
As opposed to a toucan. It's the rare two-cock bird.
Follow your nose.
Grab a hold of one of my cocks. For a delicious treat. And lastly, Richard Walker sent this in from Australia. Crikey.
That's the line? That's where you lost him?
Some people don't appreciate my spot-on Australian accent. That's what it is.
You could talk about fucking Jesus and you lost the audience with crikey.
Crikey! I got me didgeridoo in my boomerang. I was at a carnival at the Adelaide, South Australia, and I saw a ride referring to music and musicians called Hard Rock. That sounds like fun to ride. I saw this sign and immediately wanted to share it with you guys, says Richard Walker. Let's see the sign outside the Hard Rock ride at the fair. You must be this high. Can we zoom in on Michael's sign there? Yeah, you must be at least this high to ride the ultimate hard rock. And it's got Michael grabbing his genitals, basically.
Michael who?
Jackson. Hee hee.
Do you, identify him with hard rock at all?
No, but I identify him with children this high.
Oh, my God. I didn't piece that together.
Do you want Michael Jackson judging whether your kid can ride the hard rock or not?
Oh, my God.
Read the room, Australia.
I mean, that has to be intentional. No way that gets through checks and balances and people are like, nope, I see no problem with this. Unless I'm in charge because I didn't put it together. My big thing was he's not a rocker. He's a pop star.
Crikey, let's say if kids measure up to Michael Jackson standards. Hee hee. Jam on.
Not as convincing as your Peter Falk, but
No,
it's
it
getting
isn't.
there. It's
Yeah.
getting there.
We lost a bunch of good people in show business since the last time we all gathered together, so let's pay tribute to their lives and legacies in a segment we call the Tinsel Town Stiffs.
And now, another edition of Tinsel Town Stiffs. They will be missed.
People will not stop fucking dying.
Right? I'm getting sick of it.
Selfish pieces of shit.
No shit. Oh, I'm gonna die. How about me? What about my feelings?
Yeah, fucking those of us left behind who miss you.
Susan Backlini has passed away. You may not know the name, but
Huge part of our childhood.
right? That's what I thought when I heard
Huge
this
part
news.
of pop culture in general, not just childhood.
She
My
was-
childhood, everyone's childhood, everyone's movie going.
She was an actress and a stunt woman, best known for her role in Jaws. She plays Chrissy Watkins, the very first death we see at the beginning of Jaws from 1975.
Iconic enough to be on the poster, start the movie, set the tone for the movie and whatnot. And, you know, she was pulled in like multiple directions with ropes.
You want to see a little clip of her work
Fuck
from
yeah.
Jaws?
I would love to.
Let's take a look. Yeah, famously, she had no idea when they were going to pull her underwater with those ropes, and she had to react. A lot of that fear was real.
That was a, you know, we didn't have Pornhub when we were kids and stuff. So any movie nudity that you saw, you were appreciative for, but it was really tough to jerk off to that because, you know, you see this woman naked in the water, you're like, oh yeah, and then all of a sudden,
Especially that shot coming up, I'm like, I can't see it, but her pussy's there someplace.
It's artfully done, man. Because believe me, I've been looking very closely for 75 years just to be like, come on, maybe in the age of fucking like high def 4K, we'll finally fucking see like I see lips. But Spielberg's such a gifted filmmaker, he completely hid her pussy.
15 years, that's the first spit take I've ever done on the show. I'm sorry if I got you wet there in the front. Had another Jack Daniels too, please.
Yeah, man, this is that she was a big part of our fucking childhood,
Yeah.
and features prominently in pop culture. She looms large. Thank God she did it, man, because boy, that fucking sets the tone for that picture, man.
And then famously, of course, in Spielberg's 1941, she reprised her role when the German submarine comes up, and she ends up.
Nobody talks about 1941.
You think she's going to get attacked again, and she ends up wrapped around the periscope of the submarine as it comes up. Very cute.
That's a movie worth revisiting.
I agree.
It's good shit.
Very fun.
But anyway, huge bucket of wind.
Absolutely.
Huge, but she suffered that night in the water, so that for the rest of us could, for all eternity, watch.
I think you've said it all, Kevin.
She's
Yeah.
gone. And
She's gone.
We'll miss her.
And we did see her in the movie, yes, and we
And the
appreciate her
thing
work.
is,
Yes.
Oddly enough, we've watched her die so many times.
Right, but this time
is for real.
This time,
it's true.
we cannot rewind to be kind.
Her and that poor little Kintner boy.
Don't want to see him spill out all over the dock. That's for sure.
How many people get killed in Jaws? There's a pub quiz question for you.
How many people get killed
How many
in
people does
Jaws?
Jaws eat?
Ooh, this is like a Who Wants
So
to Be a
there's her.
Millionaire kind of question.
It really
right?
is. Phone your friend. There's
Yeah.
her.
You want to phone a friend? That's Regis Philbin. He was the host of that show.
Who's the
I'm
second?
sorry. Did you just ask me
Ew.
how many people died in Jaws? Because
Oh my
I know
God.
that movie. There's a lot of shark bites in that film.
5.
5.
Not a lot, man.
Dude could yell at any number. Would we fucking know?
He just
Oh, he Googled it. All right.
The power of the.
If it's on the internet, it's got to be true.
internet. But that's at 5, man. Like that fucking. He's got one of the most terrifying raps in movie history. He only killed 5 people.
Yeah.
And not because he was like, I'm malicious and I just want to see you die. He's like, I'm fucking hungry. It's a really sad story about a hungry fish.
You know this club closes at a certain hour, right? I got 3 more dead people for you to ramble on about. Morgan Spurlock, director of Super Size Me, the documentary, has passed away at the age of 53.
Morgan, man, he was a sweet guy.
53 years old is way too fucking young to die.
Well, he passed from cancer.
Cancer
really doesn't.
Super Size Me, of course, the documentary that changed everyone's attitude towards McDonald's. He ate it every day for a month and did not, surprisingly, do well for his health. Who could have saw that coming? Dabney Coleman passed away.
Wait, we're done? That's it?
Well, what else you want? He made a movie.
Oh, fuck.
He ate McDonald's.
Now I know what happens when I die first and you're doing the show. You're like, yeah, I made Clerks. Moving on.
Clerks. And Clerks 2, Clerks 3, Silent Bond, blah, 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 blah.
He also made Comic-Con the movie.
Oh, right.
Oh, now you're willing to fucking pay him a little more mind and shit.
You were in that, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah, that's why you remember it.
Yeah.
Name 2 other Morgan Spurlock documentaries. One Direction.
Did he do he did a One Direction thing?
About the band One Direction?
Morgan Spurlock directed the One Direction movie?
All right, you know way too fucking much about One Direction.
I'm happy to know that.
Do you have like a Zayn tattoo on your thigh? No?
I'm fucking going home tonight, waking up my wife and telling her that.
Oh, she'll be thrilled.
She'd be like, who the fuck are you talking about? I was like, and also, honey, Jaws is the story, the sad story of a hungry fish. Only
5 people
died. This fish got
Name
a bad
them.
rap.
Name them, I'll let you go back to sleep.
That's me?
Yes. Oh, fuck. Kinder boy.
Oh, my wife. Look, dude, my wife's an amazing woman. She would never remember that the kid was named Kintner.
No, never.
If I was basing, like, a fucking life mate on whether or not they knew the name of the little Kinder boy, I'd have been fucked. She don't know that
No,
shit.
she never know.
I have a better chance of marrying you for that kind of shit.
I'd make you so
amazing if
happy.
we were married.
I'd make you so happy.
We'd make so many Kintner jokes back
Right?
and forth all the time.
Oh, God.
Wake up. It would just be our shorthand. Wake up like, morning, Kintner.
Hey, Kittner.
Yeah. Fucking,
You
I
wanna-
don't want to see your fucking guts spill out all over the dock.
I'm not- Oh, my God. Thank you.
Thank you.
I thought, wow, they really like us. No, they're applauding alcohol.
Well, it's just that dreams come true. We all dreamed collectively of 2 more Mai Tais.
That's right.
You can put that in the fridge for later.
Yeah.
That iced tea.
Dabney Coleman passed away at the age of 92 since we met.
This one hurt.
Yeah, what a great character actor. Could do it all, literally. Comedy, drama.
Can I tell you a tale out of school about Dabney Coleman that I just learned from Diedrich Bader?
Oh, I
Name
love
dropping like
Diedrich
crazy.
Bader. Yeah.
Diedrich Bader, one of my favorite people in the fucking world. One of my favorite people I've ever played on a set with, or just in general. He's a real nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
But he was in the Beverly Hillbillies with Dabney Coleman.
Oh, that's right. He was Mr. Drysdale in that film.
And so I was texting with him recently. I was like, what was he like? And he goes, he was a great guy. He goes, on the first 2 days of the movie, he like refused to talk to me. He's like, and then we did a scene together and he became like my best friend. And my mother visited the set and he pulled my mother to the side and said, like, he is naturally funny. That is a gift and it's rare in this business. So he had high praise to say for him. When Dabney Coleman died, like, fucking, we're all selfish, heads up our ass as individuals. So I was like, how does this affect me? I didn't watch that show that he's on, that everybody watched.
Boardwalk Empire.
No,
no.
Fucking Paramount Plus show with the Western and fucking Kevin Costner. And
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. He played Kevin Costner's dad on the Tyler Sheridan show. But this motherfucker was as formative to my childhood as Christy Watkins. What was her name?
Backlinie.
What was her first name?
Backlinie. Her first name was Susan.
There you go. Long may she be remembered.
Yes.
He was the star of 9 to 5, which
Yes.
my father was a massive Dolly Parton fan. So we saw that movie 6 times in a movie theater in the 80s. That was fucking rare. That's a love. That's a commitment. So I saw that movie again and again and again. Even played for a fucking kid. But he was magnetic. He was absolutely fucking wonderful, man. Then he could do fucking drama. Remember he was on Golden Pond?
Absolutely. Jane
Then
Fonda's
he was
boyfriend.
like the ultimate asshole in fucking Tootsie as the director. Like, this guy was fucking everything. Where he was in Cloak and Dagger with fucking Elliot and shit. He was the goods, man. It was sad when he died. Like, it was almost like I lost my dad again because my dad loved that guy. Like, he would go on about Dabney Coleman. He was like, that guy's really funny. And I read something really sweet where he said that in an interview, obviously before he passed, that when he was on 9 to 5, all 3 of the women, of course, were massive fucking stars. Lily Tomlin was massive. Jane Fonda was massive. Dolly Parton was massive. And he had only done like TV shows or whatnot. I don't know if it was his first feature per se, but it was his first big breakout role. And he said they all treated him like an equal. Like, they were never like, come on, fucking dude, we're fucking icons and shit. He said that they made him feel like welcome and comfortable, which I thought was really fucking cool. Just a talented fucking dude, man.
92. It's a pretty good run.
I feel bad because I honestly thought he had died like years ago and stuff. Then somebody was like, Dabney Coleman died. I'm like, I lost him again. Fuck. But he did. He made me think of my dad. My dad really appreciated his chops. Like, he thought he was like a really good and talented fucking actor.
And he
stuff.
was.
He was.
And then this one hurt me particularly because...
Big bucket of wind.
Oh, for sure.
For all of them.
This guy was the one of the authors of the soundtrack of my childhood, Richard Sherman, half of the Sherman brothers, Robert and Richard Sherman,
man.
who wrote so many great songs for so many great Disney films, has passed away at the age of 95. Started working with Walt Disney for The Parent Trap with Haley Mills in the early 1960s. Then the 2 brothers also penned It's a Small World for the ride that debuted at the World's Fair in New York.
They wrote the song.
They did.
That
yes.
everybody claims to hate, but we all secretly love.
We will forgive them for that. Then Mary Poppins, of course, was their monster success, winning Oscars for Best Score and for Best Song for Chim Chim Marie.
What?
Yeah, they won the Oscar for Best Song.
That song won the best fucking...
Chim Chimmery, Chim Chimmery, Chim Chim Charoo. Good luck,
I'm
will rub
familiar.
off when you touch my kazoo. Or something like that. I don't know the words.
Of all the... what are the other Mary Poppins? Supercalifragilistic.
Yeah, you would think that one would win. That's tough.
Yeah, like fucking Chim... Do you think
Spoonful of Sugar?
Another fucking banger, as
Yeah.
the kids say.
Yeah.
Well, if you were in England and that song won Best Song, would you be like, fuck America?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a mockery.
Right.
Supercalifragilistic. I honestly, look, I don't really care about the awards and shit, but like, I will die on this cross. They should make Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious the winner of that year. They should take that dead man's Oscar away.
Yeah, no, it's too late now, Kevin.
Take it
No.
away.
No, put your
And
hand
then-
away. That's
and
no,
give it
that,
to-
no,
give
it's
it
not
to-
going to happen. No,
Give it back to him for a different song.
he's dead. Nothing can happen now. Rules.
Fair enough. What a gifted individual who put a song in all of our hearts.
Bed knobs and broomsticks. List goes on.
Did he write Chitty Chitty Bang
Chitty
Bang?
Chitty Bang Bang was theirs as well. He and
It's
his
a fun
brother.
fucking song to
Interesting
sing.
enough, he and his brother never talked if they weren't working. They had no relationship together. 2 sides of the family constantly feuding, only would get together for jobs, and then they would go their separate ways again. It's fascinating. There's a documentary called The Boys on Disney Plus. Check it out. It's a fascinating story about a dysfunctional family, but a very functional writing team.
Is that right?
True. For me,
Hey, remember Saving Mr. Banks?
yeah.
They didn't depict him like that.
No, they didn't.
They were more like
Lies.
fucking...
It was all lies.
Movies are bullshit, aren't
Right?
they? I really believe that Disney made Disney... Fuck. I get it.
Did you? For me, though, it was Jungle Book and their work with the great Louis Prima that I always think of when I think of these 2 brothers. Let's play a little clip from that film and one of my favorite all-time songs.
I'm the king of the swingers, oh, the jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I want to be a man cub, and stroll right into town and be just like the other men. I'm tired of walking around. Oh, ooby-doo. I want to be like you. I want to walk like you.
so good.
Beautiful.
I want that played at my funeral.
There's some. That's the song?
Yeah. And I want someone to pick me up in the casket and just move my arms around. Like King Louis.
They want you to fucking weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be there for it, man.
Be a good time.
I'm happy to operate you like a fucking puppet.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Stick my hand right up your ass, Miss
Okay,
Piggy.
that's more than enough.
Welcome to Hollywood Babble-On!
5 more years. We'll get there one way or another.
In movies and TV shows, they make mistakes all the time and they just leave them in. Why? Because they hate us. But we don't hate you, so we point them out and we call this segment Shit That Should Not Be.
And now for shit we should not see. Here's some shit that should not be.
Today's Shit That Should Not Be comes from Brandon Rohrbacher. Thank you, Brandon. For Jesus. No, I'm good. Thank you.
We're eating, Kevin.
Right.
That's me digging into the chocolate starfish.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Brandon Rohrbacher writes, this is from The Mighty Ducks from 1992. Classic film. And how appropriate as we're in Stanley Cup season to play a hockey film. He says, in this scene, you will see number 99, Adam Banks, skating up the ice with the puck and scoring. Well, doesn't sound like shit that should not be. Let's take a look at the clip. Here we go. Here's Adam Banks. Yeah. He shoots. He scores. It seems all right at first glance. Let's take a look at the video, however. First, let's take a picture from the ice. This is Adam.
Don't ruin
This
it for
is
me.
Adam Banks, number 99, on the ice, ready
he's
to
wearing
shoot
Gretzky's
that puck.
number.
Yeah, of course. And then on the bench next to Emilio Estevez's character, we see. Oh well, that's number 99. That's Adam Banks there on the bench, watching himself score a goal, cheering for himself.
That's so that you have to reframe the Mighty Ducks as this fever dream of Adam Banks watching his life pass before his eyes as he dies. This is the Jacob's Ladder of 90s movies.
With all this in mind, let's watch that clip one more time. Adam Banks going up the ice, shooting. Adam Banks looking at himself. Adam Banks shooting. Adam Banks scoring.
That's how you succeed in life. You have to visualize yourself doing things. And they showed that to us in the movie. They're like, this boy's watching himself.
There must be a rule against having a player who can transcend
Here,
time and space.
look.
That's all I'm saying.
I
The
know-
multiverse rule should come into effect.
This may be a generational thing, and this may get us canceled more than the Jesus thing. But they win, don't they? The Ducks win.
I'm not telling you.
They win, right?
I'm not telling you.
Somebody spoil it for me. That is the difference between our generation of the 70s, and the late 60s or late 50s.
70s.
And the generation that followed us, man. We had the Bad News Bears.
That's right.
And the Bears lost.
Rocky.
Spoilers. At the end of the day, Rocky fucking lost. And they taught us as children to lose with grace. They're like, you won't always fucking win. What?
The miracle.
Well, that was real life. That was real life.
Yeah, they couldn't change the ending to that story.
Yeah, that all taught us to believe again. But
Right,
I'm just talking about fake movies, like Star Wars. But yeah, man, we were taught to fucking like expect failure.
Right.
Like you can't fucking expect to win.
There's
The Bad
dignity in
News
just
Bears-
doing your best.
Yes, and the Bad News Bears winning the championship is fucking unlikely. It's
Right.
like they started as the worst team and fucking like tripped themselves and got better and then wound up playing the best team. The best team fucking won and shit.
Yes.
It was sad when we were kids, or you know, you were like, oh fuck, man, I thought they were gonna win and shit. But
Prepared us for life.
it really fucking
Because
prepared
we
us for
never
life.
win in life.
Never. We all fucking life is a zero-sum fucking game.
Yes.
But then one generation later, they're like, if you try real hard, you can be ducks.
Ducks.
Yeah.
Ducks. Quack, 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 quack.
Well, you can't just fucking quack your way to success. I'm here to fucking. Here's my hot
It
take.
was at that point in the podcast where Kevin turned on the audience.
All you fucking people, you think, I'm gonna duck my way through life. Well, fuck you. You're all bad news bear Rocky fuckers.
I say Mathau over Estevez. That's what I say.
Right.
That's not even controversial. Walter Mathau, far better coach.
You're on your own here, son.
What?
Back my play. No, they're angry. They're gonna start throwing shit.
Go home and watch the Bad News Bears. It plays like a documentary that prepares.
We have
the child
so
for
much
life.
show to get
Sorry,
through.
my bad.
We also take a look at acting performances. Even great actors sometimes don't give A-list performances, but we find out that sometimes bad acting can go all the way around to become exquisite acting. Joe?
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Welcome to the world of exquisite acting with Ralph Garman and Kevin Smith.
All right. Matthew Tilden.
I was sticking my straw in my drink, and my man here goes quietly, but enough for me to hear it. He goes, "Get it." Oh God, that tickled me so much. I'm sorry. I know you have a show to do. Go ahead.
Welcome to the drinking era of Kevin Smith. The first 15
10
years.
more years. 10 more years.
I think we have to do 15 more years of drinking, Kevin, to balance out the stoner Kevin.
We could switch. You
Yeah.
fucking be stoner Ralph.
Would
and I'll
never
be...
get through the show. Matthew Tilden from Boston writes in, watching an X-Files episode starring the great William Sanderson. I love this guy. He was in Newhart. He was one of Larry
I'm
Darryl.
I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl.
My other brother, Daryl. Blade Runner, Deadwood, great actor.
Yeah.
In this scene from the X-Files, Matthew writes, don't know exactly what's going on, but he really wants to get off the bus. Here's a scene, exquisite acting with William Sanderson.
Pardon me.
Wait for the next stop.
Please, I'm on the wrong bus.
Wait for the next stop.
On the door.
Wants off
escalated
that bus.
quickly.
Yes, I would let him off the bus immediately. Time to look at some of the entertainment news in a segment we call the HBO headlines.
Give me head, give me head, give me headlines, and give me head.
That's right. Speaking of Mary Poppins, Dick Van Dyke made history this week as the oldest daytime Emmy winner ever at 98.
Wow. He's still fucking ticking, man.
Apparently, he did a guest star arc on the soap opera Days of Our Lives. He was on that show. I don't watch Days of Our Lives.
He played a British character?
Oh, I'd like to go to the hospital, he said. No, he played an elderly man who had no memory of who he was, and it was a mystery about who he was.
Look at him, he's still acting at 98.
Isn't that great?
I mean, he started young, too. He's not like a late-in-life guy.
He said about the award, I'm 98 years old. This tops a lifetime of 80 years in show business. So he started at 18.
Jesus.
80 years in show business.
He knew Jesus.
Yes. And to make us all feel bad about ourselves, at the award ceremony, he was dancing on the red carpet going into the awards ceremony.
98 years old?
98 years old.
I'm 53. I don't dance.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Fuck, man. Be like Dick Van Dyke. Be like Dick. Take Dick.
At all times.
And follow Dick. Follow Dick. It is the
year of Dick. You're absolutely right.
I hope he gets to fucking 100. 2 more years. 2 more years. He's a good dude, man. Did you ever hear anything bad? Yes, I hear that. Did you ever hear anything bad about Dick Van Dyke?
Nothing. Everyone
Not like
says,
that Danny Thomas, like he shits on tables.
Right, yeah. Not that that's a bad thing, by the way.
No.
Don't kink shame.
No, not at all. It's hot. It's hot.
I'll shit on a table or two in my time, you know?
I won't shit on the table, but I'll lay under the glass table and watch the shit come out of the chocolate starfish.
The yin to my yang, as always. Peaky Blinders. Any Peaky Blinders fans in the audience? Yeah, this is good news. No one's watching Peaky Blinders, apparently.
Somebody does. Everyone
Cillian
wants
Murphy has announced they're doing the Peaky Blinders movie that they've been rumored for some time now. It'll be the Shelby clan set during World War II. The series, of course, ended at in World War I. So this is going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to this. Killian's one of the producers, as well as the star, is Tommy Shelby. He said, "This one is for the fans." I always love that line. Instead of saying, "We're making this movie for everyone who hated Peaky Blinders." They're really going to enjoy this one.
You really want to impress me? Like, we're making this for the enemies.
Right. People who hate us.
Yeah,
we're going to win them over.
We're going to try to win them over and shit. Or die trying. Fuck the diehards. We want new people.
Right. Universal has announced another Mattel toy movie. Monster High will go into production soon. Someone at Mattel said, "We're not going to stop until we make a fucking movie about every toy we've ever fucking made." So suck it, audiences. No, this is about the teenage children of Dracula, Frankenstein, and Wolfman, and they all go to a school, and they're all dolls, and they think it's going to be another Barbie, but it's not.
You know what? Frankly put. Very
Thank
true.
you.
I think that's a safe bet right there.
I agree with you.
I don't even think you're throwing shade. It's like, what's going to ever be successful?
It's not going to be Barbie.
No.
All 4 ABBA members.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If they did Barbie 2, is it as successful as Barbie?
No.
So they should not do Barbie 2.
They should not do it. They will do it, but they should not do it.
Do Ken. Could you do Ken?
Not as successful as Barbie. No.
Is that right?
Yes.
What if it was the same fucking movie but roles reversed and shit?
No. Even less.
What if Barbie gets eaten by a shark at the top of the movie?
Then I'm in.
Ken has to figure shit out.
Yeah.
Then Ken goes to, like, for revenge to hunt the shark and then realizes, like, it's a sad story because he's a hungry fish. He only ate Barbie because he was hungry.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question?
No! I'm too drunk for that.
Is this your first time having alcohol?
It is.
Because it seemed to me like you had never dealt with it before.
I'm in my own show.
Yes, you are.
I'm having a blast.
All 4 ABBA members reunited this week. They were all knighted in their native Sweden. Why so soon? That's what I wonder.
They do knighthoods in Sweden.
They do. The Royal Order of Vasa.
The Royal Order, not to be confused with the Royal Order of Pork.
It's a show for one for Kevin now. They are now commanders of the first class, according to Swedish royalty, and they will get some IKEA furniture and some cheese. And a meatball.
Mia. Fucking A.
And you know what? Sadly...
That's fucked up, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I was over here doing a show. Did you say something?
Think about this shit, dude.
Do I have to?
Yes. Think about this shit, dude. One day Sweden was like, fuck Italy. We got our own meatball.
Ours are much more mouth-friendly, dude. You can fit one in your mouth so easy, you can't do it with the Italian meatballs. You little toothpick, you put them out there, you have a whole thing. It's much more tasty for the mouth than the big meatballs.
They literally said, fuck the tyranny of Italian meatballs and created their own smaller meatball.
It's just size. It's the only difference, really.
Good for them, man.
Good for them, indeed. Good for you, Sweden. You take nothing else away from tonight's show. It's... Fuck. And lastly, sadly, there's no Justin Bieber news this week. Well, because, look, he stopped making music. He doesn't do anything anymore except look sad in photographs. That's all. That's his job now. And to knock up his wife, apparently.
Why, is she pregnant?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. He's
Yeah,
going to be a dad.
they've already picked out a name.
Do you know it?
Sadness. Sadness Bieber. I don't know the name, no. But apparently they've already picked out a name, and we're all just on pins and needles waiting to hear.
I say they should name the kid Cleaver Bieber.
I like it.
It's cute, right?
It's very cute. But I thought since there's no news and he always looks so sad, maybe we could cheer him up by singing to him. Do you think maybe that'd make him feel better?
That song is designed to make him feel good about
That's
himself.
what I thought. Let's sing that.
Justin Bieber, nobody fucking needs ya. You wanna know why? I'll tell you why. 'Cause you're a little cunt.
That's right. Now he's feeling
There's
better.
a guy who wants this show to end. He's like, 15 years is enough. Move on.
Wouldn't it be great if we were the cause of the fact he looks sad in every picture he's ever taken of him?
Yeah. Somebody asked him, like, why always look sad in pictures and shit? He's like, Hollywood Babble-On. They call me a cunt weekly. Well, monthly.
Right. Whenever they get around to it. Whenever Kevin's not working on another movie or something. Or doing a comic book convention.
Sometimes I get happy. I think the show has ended.
But then they come back.
Then they fucking show up at Flappers again. And
Fucking
you know
Flappers.
what I say? Justin Bieber, I say fuck Flappers.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. You want to hear some geek news? Let's do the geek news, shall we?
Ralph and Kevin, Ralph and Kevin, Ralph and Kev's Geek News.
I honestly don't know whether we should offer rebates or congratulations for being at the finest hour of Hollywood Babble-On. This reminds me of the Smodcastle shit. This is old school.
Yeah, this is loose. This is a loose show.
Yes. Loose is fucking the key, baby.
People are gonna leave here and go, well, at least we got a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's
right. Fucking. But we should do that every week. Give away a
Just
shirt.
give shit away?
So that we can be soft if we want to. We don't have to be
At
sharp.
least
all
I
the
can
time.
wash my car now with this. That's what
Look,
they're gonna say.
they come looking for Italian meatballs. We give them Swedish meatballs.
I promise you, no one is enjoying this show as much as Kevin Smith tonight. I'll tell you that much. Now you know the magic of alcohol. Now you know why I've been drinking all these years.
True.
It makes everything better.
It really does. To an audience of one.
Until tomorrow.
Will the shame and regret kick in later?
Oh, yeah. Congratulations to The Acolyte on Disney Plus, the new Star Wars series.
Did it do well?
4.8 million views in its first 24 hours available on the streamer.
Now,
it is a record breaker.
Since I'm a human being and not an algorithm, is that good?
It's very good,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
It outperformed Ahsoka. It
shit.
It outperformed X-Men 97, all the nerd stuff.
Shit.
It
And
beat
that
all
was
those.
beloved, man. That got
Yes.
all the fucking praise.
The most watched series premiere Disney Plus has seen this year, so congratulations. Did you
Not
watch
ever-
any of that? Have
no,
you seen
no,
it? I haven't
I've
either.
been making a movie with
Yeah,
somebody
you-
else. I've been cutting a movie.
I know, yeah. At the beginning, there's a female Jedi, and she's naked, and she's swimming in the water, and the camera looks right at her.
And they hide her pussy.
Then a lightsaber comes out of her vagina.
Bro.
Right?
No wonder they got 4.8 million
I would
views.
watch that.
Totally. I want to
Captain-
see your Star Wars show. Ralph Garman presents.
Yeah. It's all in the cantina.
I'd
It all
watch
takes
that.
place at the cantina. It's the story of a bartender who really wants to do something else with his life, but he has to serve creatures and Jedis all day long. What are you doing? Take your money.
You deserve it and so much more. Why won't they make that fucking show?
Right? That's the Star Wars I want to see.
And this is the problem. Like, fucking the Acolyte does well, so now they'll never make your Cantina show.
Right?
Because they're like, we gotta treat this shit seriously. But fucking it'd be a nice diversion to be like, no, this is a show about a motherfucker who works in the bar.
Cheers on Tatooine.
It's the Archie Bunker's place of Star Wars.
Or Cheers. I show people know better.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Cheers. Fuck.
Captain America Brave New World. They're reshooting for 22 days and adding a character. Well, that's got to be a good sign.
They always do
Giancarlo
that.
Esposito has joined the cast, and they brand
Have they
new
said
character.
who he's playing? Is he Mephisto?
They do not.
That's a Marvel fandom joke. We're always expecting Mephisto.
He is not that I know of.
He's wonderful.
He's wonderful, but I think it's odd they're adding an entire new character in a reshoot. That just seems a little panic-stricken.
He's
to
had
me.
this amazing career that in recent years, of course, with Breaking Bad, has fucking exploded.
Of course,
and stuff.
yeah.
But I always
And
think of him
Mandalorian,
as
too.
Bugging Out from Do the Right Thing.
Yeah, right. Great
He's
in that
amazing
film.
in all the
He's been
Spike
great
Lee
for his
movies.
whole career.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
I sat near him on a plane.
You sat
last
near
year.
him on a plane.
Yeah. I saw him across the aisle. I was like, and he looked away. No, he was very kind. He's always very sweet. He's always like, "Hello, Kevin." He remembers my name and shit. I'm like, "What's up?" I'm like, "What's up, Bugging Out?" And he's like, "Thanks for remembering my real name."
You're kind of famous. So when you meet famous people, are you surprised that they know who you are?
100%.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Even still, 30 years into a career where it's like, I know I've been around and some people know my name and shit, but still to this day, fucking it blows my mind when somebody famous knows who I am. I'm like, oh my God, you fucking saw Clerks? They're like, you have to watch it in school. Like it's fucking it's
Right.
mandatory
Yeah.
viewing.
Pablo shows it in third grade, I think. He
They
gives the
should.
kids a test.
That would prepare a motherfucker for fourth grade, I'll
Right.
tell you that much.
How many guys did she blow? And that's one that's on the math test.
Yeah. You know, you start with the count on Sesame Street, you move on to Clerks.
That's right. And lastly, good news for our listeners and watchers in the UK. Batman's coming to you. Warner Brothers is taking the Batman Unmasked exhibition and taking it to Manchester and London in the fall.
Manchester, England, England, across the Atlantic Sea. Take it, Ralph.
I've got a zing.
I'm a genius. I believe in God. And I believe in God, believes in Claude, and that's me. Did you ever see Hair?
I did, but I was so drunk. Anyway, this is all the Batman stuff from all the Batman representations. Batman with Michael Keaton, Forever, Batman and Robin, Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, all the props and costumes from all the Batmans. Well, not all. Fuck you, Adam West, motherfuckers.
where's the Bright Knight on that list?
Here's just a few pictures of some of the costumes that are coming the way to the UK. This is the stuff you can see if you go to Warner Brothers Studios here in
Right
Los
here in
Angeles.
town.
Yeah,
And
here in
I'll be
Burbank,
honest,
actually.
I will be completely honest with you. Seeing a bat suit in real life is magical.
It is. It really is.
It shouldn't be, because you could walk into a costume store and see some variant, but like when you see the ones that they actually use in the movie, it really like takes your breath away. Even looking at that, I'm like, oh, because that symbol right there, that's like a Tim Burton Batman symbol.
That
or
is. That's Michael Keaton right
co-opted
there.
for the Flash or whatever the fuck. But still, regardless, that's my happy place Batman right there. I know you're an Adam West guy,
But I love the Michael
you love
Keaton
them all
as
Yeah,
well. Yeah.
fucking, you're horny for Batman.
The Tumbler, the Batpod from Dark Knight, Batmobile and Batcycle from the Batman.
Where do you stand on that Tumblr? As far as I'm concerned, they can keep it.
I'm not a huge fan.
I liked how it was practical, how it made sense. Like everything in the Nolan verse kind of made sense.
I like my Batmobiles a little more stylish. A little more.
You need with a guy who's like, I'm so fucking traumatized by the death of my parents that I'm gonna fucking dress up like this weird creature of the night and fucking punch muggers in the face and shit like that. You know that guy would be like, and the car is gonna be fucked up.
Yeah,
like,
it's gonna be super cool.
Yeah, he wouldn't just be like, well, what were they gonna use for the military? We'll use that.
Yeah, he's not gonna drive a Cybertruck.
No, kind of what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
Cybertruck.
You'll also see Harley Quinn's costume, Margot Robbie, Jim Carrey's Riddler outfit, Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze suit.
Freeze, everybody! It's a cold time in the old Tantalada.
It's Arnold after the stroke. He didn't have a stroke. Shut up. There's nothing to be sad about.
Yeah, he's really one of the healthiest people in the world.
Yeah, he's fine. Fuckers are acting like I'm mocking the afflicted. He could kill me. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker, all
Could
the
you
fucking
imagine
Jokers.
if the world went feral and fucking, like fucking The Last of Us and shit.
Yeah.
You wound up fucking face to face with Schwarzenegger, and you had to
Just
fight.
him versus me?
And you had to fight to save your life. Not just Schwarzenegger, but it's you. You've got a parcel of medicine.
What fucking world are we in? Why am I
Dystopian-
carrying medicine?
Because things change when things fall apart.
I become a doctor in the post-apocalyptic world?
You're like Kevin Costner in The Postman. You just fucking put
gotcha.
on the role and shit. But
Right.
you face two fucking rogue individuals
Oh,
who
no.
are like, you're going to give us... I can't do the voices. But it's Schwarzenegger and Stallone.
I face them both?
Yeah.
And I have to get through them to carry my medicine?
What would that sound... Yes, what would that sound like?
Hey, you guys.
Wait, that's your fucking impression of you?
Yeah. First of all, huge fan of both of you. Enjoy your work. Sly, I'm from Philadelphia. Rocky means the world to me, seriously. But
These motherfuckers are like one fucking cell away from feral zombies.
No, but flattery will soften them up.
That works
Yeah.
with the undead?
Oh, yeah. Gotta get this medicine through. Because I'm a medicine carrier now. It's my job. In the post-apocalyptic zombie world. Nothing personal, but I can't let you get in the way of my medicine delivery route.
Don't stop saying it like medicine. Like it's a good plot point.
That's zombie Schwarzenegger.
I gotcha. Or he had a stroke again.
Boo. Boo. You're making fun of the stroke.
He never had a
Oh,
stroke.
you never had one? Stop the medicine.
Look, as the writer, I really appreciate you keeping the medicine alive.
It's an important plot point. So that's pretty much what that movie is going to sound like when it happens. All right. Jesus Christ. Let's go home.
No, let's not.
We got one more bit of business before we get out of here.
Oh no, that means it's the end of the show.
It is.
When we start talking about dicks again.
We got to take a look at the giant penis of one of our favorite actors of all time. Liam Neeson has a huge penis. That's a fact. But every week, you folks
Thick as a brick.
are kind enough to send in facts about it. If you'd like to send in a fact for that or any of the segments on Hollywood Babble-On, HBOpodcast@AOL.com. Yes, AOL is still in business. I know some people are surprised to hear
But
that.
don't send us an email that's like, you guys should stop. We don't like those. They hurt.
No.
5 more years.
Oh, Jesus.
5 more years. Yes.
Liam Neeson's cock. Let's hear it, Joe.
Oh, we can't help but wonder how big is Liam Neeson's cock?
Wie groß ist Liam Neeson sein Penis?
That's right. That was ABBA. ABBA just talked to us about that.
They're knighted.
Yes. Yeah. Liam Neeson's cock is so big. How big is it? Michael Rosenbaum interviewed it for his Inside of You podcast and was literally inside of it. So that's pretty big. Liam Neeson's cock is so big. How big is it? In the summertime, when the weather is high, it can stretch right up and touch the sky. Liam Neeson's cock is so big. How big is it? It can be seen on the Dublin side of the portal and the New York side of the portal at the same time. Oh, the
That's
portal.
current, man.
Yes. Liam Neeson's cock is so big. How big is it? Liam had to hire a team of engineers to pull the popcorn trick on his girlfriend. I believe we have a photo of them working on that, actually. There we go. Yeah. Just cut a hole in the bottom of that, and it'll be fine. And lastly, Liam Neeson's cock is so big. How big is it? On a first date, Liam gives a girl flowers. a miner's helmet, and a canary.
Ladies and gentlemen of Burbank, have you had a good time this evening?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it.
If you enjoyed yourselves, it's because of the magic of this guy to my left. Give it up for fucking the amazing Ralph fucking Garman.
Let's hear it for my bestest Babble brother, Mr. Kevin Smith.
And that is Hollywood Babble-On for this week. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Ralph Garman.
Babble the fuck off. Good night, Burbank!
This is the cat. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the AKA Ask Kev Anything.
Every saga has a 10-year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what happens when Jay and Silent Bob get old. I'm Kevin Smith. Kissing you!